So another experience I had with my medication was when, as I've said before, I wasn't that great with, in the beginning, ordering my medication, and I did actually run out of medication, and it was horrific because, I'm trying to think now, was it on a Friday or Saturday? It was at the weekend, everywhere was closed, and I was freaking out, and me and my partner, obviously, were new at this, and we're like, what do we do? And I'm like, I don't know. So what I did, and this is for the UK, I did ring the 111 number. I told them my issue and said I really do need my medication because I'm silly and didn't order it, and I really need it for my heart condition. There's no way I can go one day without it. It's imperative I get this. And 111, the number I called, were fantastic. They basically said, hold on, we're going to ring you back, blah, blah, blah. And they did. And in that same day, I remember it was in the night as well. So glad we have a car. They said, yeah, we got you emergency prescription. You do need to go to the out of hours. I think it was a GP to collect that prescription, and then you can go to the out of hours chemist to pick it up. And all it was just one pill to last. Was it two? I think it was two, sorry, to last me for the Saturday and the Sunday. And then on Monday, what I did was I rang through to my GP. Got a doctor's telephone call. There's no way, and there's no point getting an appointment face to face because it's not an emergency. You know what I mean? Like, it is an emergency, but you can just talk to the doctor over the phone. And I spoke to them and said I've ran out, and they were like, okay, well, here's your prescription. It will be ready at this time. Come down to get it. And that was basically my experience with running out of medication. It was scary, I will say. It was like, what do I do? But now with hindsight, I'm glad it sort of happened, so I know what to do. It won't happen though for me because I've signed up to the repeat prescription as I mentioned earlier. But if you ever find you are in that sort of predicament and you've run out of medications, whichever, I don't know if you're watching from a different country or anything, but do ring. In the UK we have 111, which it's not like A&E, it's an emergency number, but it's not like, is it like a secondary emergency number or something? As you can tell, I don't really know. But all I know is I rang through to them, they did the questions, and I said, I need this, and they helped, and it was fantastic of them, and I rate them so much because I've rang them before so many times. Instead of going down to A&E or walk-in centre, I ring them quite a lot and everything, and it's worked out every time. I'm going to talk about what do I do when I'm travelling with a medication. I'm such a worry wart, like to the extreme. I worry over everything, even though sometimes I'm like, wait, did I do that or not? And what I've done in the past with travelling is I make sure I just have all my documents with me that I have. And even though I would take my medication boxes, I would actually take the, you can't see it, but the label's on the back of this. I would take my medication box with my name on and everything, just to ensure, to show whoever is checking that this is the medication I take. I do know when I've gone abroad though and gone to the airport, at that time I was young, and I think at that time I was only on one medication and that was fine. But now that I'm on a lot, I actually haven't left the country since then, now that I'm on a lot. If you obviously have left the country and you've gone to different countries, and you've gone to the airport, please in the comment below tell me your experience. I'd love to learn more, and I'd want to know and be prepared for future holidays, hopefully. I don't know. How did you do it? Like, what do you do? Do you take your medication box? Do you take just the ones with the labels on? Do you take certain documents? What do you do to ensure that when you get to the airport that customs aren't going to take your medication off you? Because I know in certain countries you can't like rock up with paracetamol or something. Was it paracetamol or aspirin as a country in Asia or something? You can't get into that country with that, okay? It's like, no. So that brings a worry to me, because I'm like, oh, I hope they don't take my medication off me that I need and everything. And yeah, so what do you do? I know since like being put on a lot of medication, I have been sort of abroad via ferry, but that was in a car, and that was really easy to sort of like, just you're in the car and then drive onto the ferry, then you get off out of your car and you go and sit down. That was really easy, and no one really, like, I know they had to check, but yeah, I didn't feel like it's very different to an airport type of thing, isn't it? And I've done that a few times with my medication, and that's fine. Train and car, well, nothing really happens. You've got everything in your bags and everything, that's fine. But I do make sure that I do take extras as well, even though I have my medication box on me. When I've gone to another town in the UK, I do bring spares because, well, you don't know, something might happen. And what if you need to stay there a few more days? I always take spares. Everyone should take spares. If you don't, please do. If you do, keep sparing it up. But yeah, that's basically everything at the moment I can talk about regarding my medication and what I do and how I sort of cope through the week, and if I need to go abroad, not abroad, because I still need to work on that, no. So yeah, that's everything that I'm aware of to do with my meds. So from what I take to what I carry them in, fancy medication boxes, to how I set my reminders, to ordering and accidentally running out and what to do. If there's any other things I may have missed, I probably have, please do leave a comment below, or just let me know any stories have you got to tell, because everyone's got a story to tell and I'd love to hear them out. I'd love to listen to them. So until next time, I'm going to leave you with some footage of what I got up to. This moment in time, I'm tired and I'm probably going to go for a really big nap because we need to rest now. But yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Hello, don't know if you can hear me or not, but my shoe just broke. But Matt's family members helped me out. I'm at a wedding, don't know if you can see that. I'm keeping on top of my medication and just making sure that everything goes smoothly, because as you know, when I don't know if you can hear me or not, but as you know, when you have a health condition, you must keep on top of your routine and ensure that everything is done. And I may have had a cheeky drink. Let's see how the night goes. All right then, bye.
I'm probably going to feel this in the morning, because you probably can't hear me, but I've been dancing all night.
Oh yeah. And a singing. And a dancing.
And I need to take my next medication now, so I'm going to head off back to the hotel and get medicated.